What's going on, everybody? Cigar Show Tim here of Tobacco Talk Media. And in this video, I'm going to go over what I think are the top 5 Connecticut cigars you need to be checking out that I'm willing to bet are in a shop or lounge near you. Okay, let's jump into this list. And I know that this is a very, very subjective list. When it comes to top 5s, it's always like, well, what's your palate gravitate towards? Do you like this flavor note or that flavor note? So maybe, Tim, you're just going to be completely off base, and I'm going to think that every single Connecticut cigar you talk about is complete trash. That's your opinion. Cool. I've got nothing wrong with that. But I want to go through what are the top 5 Connecticut cigars for my palate, for what I gravitate towards, for what I enjoy smoking, for what is almost always or routinely in my humidor. So let's go through, and I'm not going to have them in any kind of like 1 through 5. Here's the most important. Here's, the number 5. I'm just going to go through them one at a time and let you know what the 5 cigars that I think you need to be checking out are. Okay, let's go with the first one. Again, no particular order on this one. The Amandola Family Cigars Cannoli, Connecticut. When this cigar came out, I was really fortunate enough to know Jeff and Chris from Amandola Family Cigars. They're buddies of mine, but I tried it out knowing that I'm a Connecticut guy, and they've got a lot of stuff in their portfolio that tends to be much more into the medium plus, and full-bodied range and darker, richer flavors. So when I heard that they had the Cannoli, Connecticut, I went nuts, and I checked it out, and I absolutely fell in love. It's smooth, it's nice. You got to be careful, though, because it can creep up on you a little bit on strength if you're not careful with it. But the balance that is in that one is just delicious and absolutely hits my palate. So I don't know if you've heard of Amandola Family Cigars or you've had the Amandola Cannoli, Connecticut. Put some comments down below. Let me know you've had that one. Okay, let's go to the next one on the non-ordered list. We're going to go with Foundation Cigars. Nick Melillo recently released a new line, or a line extension, if you will, stemming from the Charter Oak line that's been his core line, his staple, for a number of years. This new one I tried, I actually did a review on it not too long ago. It is the Foundation Cigars Charter Oak Pagnataro. This cigar really surprised me, and when I was going through and doing the review with the flavor notes and everything that I was getting, it's not a traditional Connecticut, and that's why I like it. I enjoy a nice traditional Connecticut, but every once in a while I like to deviate from that and get something that's got a little more spice, a little more pepper, not crazy pepper bomb, but just a little more pepper in it and a little more strength to it. And the Pagnataro from Foundation Cigars absolutely hits the spot for that one. Delicious. If you have not checked it out yet, it came out recently within just the last couple months. Go and check out that one from Foundation Cigars and Nick Melillo. Okay, third cigar. This one is, quite frankly, the first boutique Connecticut cigar I was ever introduced to, and I have just been in love with it, I mean, for as long as I've really known about boutique cigars. The Costa Quavas, Connecticut. If you follow me on social media, you know, on Instagram or any of the other places that I post, I'm pretty frequently posting about the Costa Cuevas, Connecticut, and that's because I love it that much. It really helped me discover what a Connecticut cigar is with a much more traditional Connecticut kind of flavor palette. Smooth, very nice. Yes, you get the lighter wood and some, other notes that are in there that are very stereotypical of a Connecticut shade cigar. But this one for me is just, I could smoke it every day and I would never get bored of it. And it is really, really good. So I would highly recommend you check that out if you haven't already. Put some comments down below. Have you checked out the new Foundation Pagnataro? Have you checked out the Costa Cuevas, Connecticut? Have you checked any of those out, or the first one that I mentioned from Amandola as well? All right, the next one is one that I've had a few times, and quite honestly, I want to get some more of them. I just haven't yet. And it comes from Christian Eiroa. It's the CLE Connecticut. Now, I've had the Connecticut, I've had the Claro, I've had, a number of the different ones that CLE puts out. But the CLE Connecticut is like a traditional Connecticut with a little bit of a twist. So you get a little bit more of a, I don't want to say tangy Connecticut with it, but there's just this really nice sort of balance of flavors on the lighter end of Connecticut's with the light cedar wood and with a little bit of that hay grass. There's a little bit of that hay grass kind of tang in there. Not a Corojo tang, although the Corojo is very good as well. But the CLE Connecticut is a very good, well-balanced, well-rounded Connecticut cigar that if you haven't checked it out, you absolutely need to be doing that and need to go and find it. If you've had it, put some comments down below. Let me know you've had that. Okay, the final one is one that when it came out, it was supposed to be a limited release, and they were going to be changing the Vitola each year. But since 2021, it has not changed in its Vitola at all. And it is the Espinosa Cigars 601 Black. It only comes in a Toro size, at least that's what the one for, I believe it was 2021. It was either 2019 or 2021, one of the 2 years. It came in a Toro size, and it is absolutely delicious. And this is one that, again, is a little bit like the Charter Oak Pegnataro. It's got a little bit of that pepper spice in there, but it's not so much overpowering at all, but it's really smooth. And it is a really good transitional cigar. If you're a lighter, Connecticut cigar enthusiast and you want to see what it's like to get a little bit of some pepper spice or go to the next level and see what's something that's a little more fuller bodied, then the Espinosa 601 Black is a cigar that you need to check out because it is exactly what it does. It introduces you to a little more pepper spice, not quite as much as the Foundation Pegnataro, but it does introduce you to some pepper spice. It's got some sweetness in there. It's got the nice creamy notes in there. It has all of that, and it is very well balanced and very, very good. So now I'm curious, what Connecticut cigars that you enjoy, if you're a Connecticut cigar enthusiast, what Connecticut cigars do you enjoy? Is there something that I haven't tried yet? I don't know. Put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you enjoy when you have a Connecticut wrapped cigar, and maybe I'll pick it up, do a review on it, and give you my thoughts on it. So if you haven't tried any of those cigars, again, I highly encourage you, go and check out the cigars. Again, they are the Amandola family cigars, Cannoli, Connecticut, the Foundation Charter Oak Pegnataro, the CLE Connecticut, the Costa Quavas Connecticut, and the Espinosa 601 Black. Those are my top 5 Connecticut's that I would have no problem smoking every morning, every day of the year, in the evening, whenever it is, because, well, they're that good. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you would add to this list. What would you take off of this list? I know not a lot of people have heard as much about Amandola family cigars, one of the reasons why I wanted it on the list. Not a lot of people have heard of Costa Cuevas unless you've watched my channel basically since its inception, and you know that I've talked a lot about Costa Cuevas cigars because of how much I love them. What would you add to the list? What would you take off? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to get your feedback on it so that maybe, like I said, I can pick it up, review it, and give you my thoughts on one of your favorite Connecticut cigars. So that's my top 5 Connecticut cigars that I think you should all be checking out. But regardless of what cigars you enjoy, at the end of the day, I truly hope that you enjoy your cigar journey, everybody. I'm Cigar Show Tim. As always, I'll see you.